Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Gallagher, and today we're going to discuss solving equations with variables on each side. So let's review. An equation contains an equal sign. It is to be solved. So an equation contains an equal sign. It is to be solved. So we have 3 steps to solve equations with variables on each side. Our first step is we're going to undo the smaller variable from each side. So step 1 is undo the smaller variable from each side of the equation. Note, now we have a two-step equation. So we're going to follow the next steps that we would to solve a two-step equation. So our next step would be to undo addition or subtraction. So we're going to undo addition or subtraction. And then our last step is to undo multiplication or division. So our last step is to undo a multiplication or division. And remember our goal, whenever we're solving equations, we want to get the variable by itself. So our goal, whenever solving equations, is to get the variable by itself. So let's do some examples together. So let's look at our first example. It says 2x plus 7 equals 4x minus 7. And our first step when dealing with variables on each side in an equation is you want to get rid of the smaller variable. Let's identify our variables. In number 1, well, we have 2x and we have 4x. And you want to get rid of your smaller variable. Your smaller variable is 2x. And you want to undo it. So it's a positive 2x, so we're going to subtract 2x from each side. So subtract 2x from 2x and 2x from 4x because they are like terms. Your 2x's are going to cancel, and you're going to bring down your 7, your equal sign, and then 4x minus 2x gives us 2x, and then bring down minus 7. So now you have 7 equals 2x minus 7. And what do you notice here? What kind of equation do we have? We have a two-step equation. So we now have a two-step equation. This is a two-step equation. So now we're going to follow our next step, is to undo addition or subtraction. So here we're subtracting 7. So we're going to undo it by adding 7 to 7 and adding 7 to negative 7. These 7's are going to cancel. 7 plus 7 is 14. You have the equal sign. You're going to bring down your 2x. And then our last step is to undo multiplication or division. We're multiplying, so we're going to undo it by dividing both sides by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And your 2's are going to cancel. So therefore, 7 equals x. And that is your answer. And remember, you can always check your answer by substituting 7 for your x values to see if they work and if they equal each other. Let's look at another example. Example 2. We have negative 2x plus 3 equals negative 6 plus x. Again, you want to get rid of your smaller variable. So you have a negative 2x and a positive x. Our smaller variable is a negative 2x. So you want to undo that by adding 2x to each side. So you got 2x to 2x, and you're going to add 2x to x. 2x's are going to cancel. You're going to bring down your 3, the equal sign, your negative 6, and then we have x plus 2x. And that's going to give you a positive 3x. So plus 3x. And now we have a two-step equation. Our next step is to undo addition or subtraction. Now, if you notice here, it says negative 6x plus 3. And you want to get your numbers together. So you want to undo that negative 6. And you're going to undo it by adding 6 to 3 and adding 6 to 6 because you want to get your numbers together. 6's are going to cancel. 3 plus 6 is 9 equals, you have 3x. And then our next step a one-step equation. This is multiplication. We're going to undo it by dividing both sides by 3. The 3's are going to cancel because it equals 1. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. Therefore, x is equal to 3. And that is your answer. Let's look at example 3. We have 2 times x plus 11 equals 5 times x plus 2. So what do we notice that's different in this problem? We notice that we have the distributive property. So when we have the distributive property in an equation with variables on each side, you always want to distribute first. So whenever we have distributive property, we're going to distribute first, then follow the steps. So we're going to distribute 2 to the x and 2 to the 11, and then 5 to the x and 5 to the 2. So we have 2 times x is 2x, plus 2 times 11 is 22, and that equals 5 times x is 5x, plus 5 times 2 is 10. Your next step is to get rid of the smaller variable, which is 2x. So we're going to subtract 2x from 2x and 2x from 5x. The 2x's are going to cancel. Bring down your 22, your equal sign, and then we have 5x minus 2x. That gives us 3x. And then bring down plus 10. Now you have a two-step equation. So you want to undo addition or subtraction. We have addition. So we're going to undo it by subtracting 10 from each side. 10's cancel. 22 minus 10 is 12 equals. Bring down your 3x. And now we have 12 equals 3x. We're multiplying, so you undo it by dividing both sides by 3. 3's are going to cancel. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Therefore, x equals 4. Let's do one more problem together. We're going to do a word problem. So let's read our word problem. Suppose you rent a car from ABC Auto for either $25 a day plus 45 cents a mile, or for $40 a day plus 25 cents a mile. What number of miles results in the same cost for one day? Okay, so let's identify our key information that we need here. We know that it's $25 a day plus 45 cents a mile. So our set amount is $25 a day plus 45 cents a mile. But do we know how many miles? No, we don't. So we're going to label that with our variable, x. Or, it's saying or here, for $40 a day plus 25 cents a mile. What is the number of miles results in the same cost? They want to know when the cost will be the same for one day. So we're going to set this equal to $40 a day. That's your set cost, plus 25 cents a mile. So 0.25. We don't know how many miles, so we're going to label that with a variable. Now we have an equation, and we're going to solve it. So our first step is to undo the smaller variable, which is 0.25x. So we're going to subtract 0.25x from each side, from 0.45x and 0.25. These are going to cancel. So we have 25. 0.45x minus 0.25x is 0.20x or 0.2x, and that equals 40. I have a two-step equation, so we're going to subtract 25 from each side because it's a positive 25. 25's cancel, so you have 0.20x equals 40 minus 25 gives us 15, and then our last step is to divide each side by 0.20. 0.20's cancel. So x equals 15 divided by 0.20 gives us 75. And we have to label it. And what are they talking about? They're asking us what number of miles results in the same cost. So x equals 75 miles. And that is your answer. So now what I would like you to do is the you try section. Please complete numbers 1, 2, and 3, and we will discuss it in class. Thank you.